Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Tonight's video is going to be all about things that I recently purchased before they go up in price again. They've been going up steadily in price for the last 3 or 4 years, so I made a trip to Walmart, bought a few things. I feature them in this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. This is part 1. Tomorrow night will be part 2 of some food things that I purchased, or pantry items that I purchased for the same exact reason. So I hope you're all well. Future videos are going to be some grocery hauls, full tour of my garden, and then we're going to do the beginning of the second quarter budget, what I spent in April, what I spent or have been spending in May, and a different plan for grocery shopping, stocking up or filling up or securing supplies and that for pantry, and whatever the case may be in case there's more price increases. So hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me here tonight, and I'll see you again. Okay, we bought some rechargeable batteries, $9.94 at Walmart. These were completely out of stock after we purchased these 2 packages. So they said they sold, they were flying off the shelves. The store manager was there when we were checking out. So batteries were flying off the shelf. We decided to go with rechargeable because that's what we've been using the last few years. I use this. I started with Asper-Cream for years and years and years. It was really the only cream besides one with lavender in it that I used to be able to get some muscle and pain relief from, but I gave up that years ago when it shot up in $2 or $3 in price. So I just go with the Equate brand. When I first started buying it, it was $1.28, and then it went to $1.98, and now it's $3.28. So I got 3 of them. If it went up any higher than that, I would have to forgo this and I guess just sit in pain, because it just gets to be where it's just too expensive. A tube probably lasts me 6, maybe 8 weeks, so I don't use a whole lot, but at the same time, just to keep paying more and more and more money for it is just crazy. I mean, it's 3 ounces. So yeah, this should be enough for 9 months, and if I use it even more sparingly than I am, it should be good enough for a year. Some ibuprofen, I do take that for pain. It's the only 2 things that I use for pain. And this was the 200 milligrams, 1,000 coated caplets, was $13.98. The last time I bought this pack was sometime last year when we did a stock up on just kind of like over-the-counter meds, and that was $9.98. So now it's $13.98. Floss, I just use the Equate brand. It's $1.24, I believe. And so I go through probably I floss twice a day. I just love flossing my teeth. I got chastised by a dental hygienist about 20 years ago. Never had flossed before then. And boy, she really gave it to me about why, was I lazy and that. And, that lecture, even though it kind of stung at the time, best lecture I ever got. Because I've been flossing ever since, and I've had no further cavities, no further issues. And it's just nice to floss. It's just a nice, clean feeling. So that is a rest of the year supply at $1.24 a piece. My husband used to be on Claritin, which is kind of expensive even with insurance. We don't really care to pay a copay, and it wasn't working anyways. We found these years ago. Again, it was 94 cents, and then it was $1.68, and now they are $4.64. And it went from $1.68 to $4.64 in just a year's period of time. So again, he takes 2 of them a day, so there's 50 days in each box. But at the end of the day, if you're paying, we just can't afford it. $6 or $8. I mean, we're getting back up to, you might as well go to the doctor and try to find something that they can give us where we basically get it free with our insurance. So, and will it work? I don't know. These are the only ones that work. So you get stuck between that rock and a hard place, something that works, but it just keeps going up in price. So we got, I would say, about a year's supply of that for him, and then we'll worry about it later. These were on a rollback. I paid $16 something for these last year. 60 gummies with Sambuca, elderberry, zinc, vitamin C, and D3. These work really good, and I use these. I use a lot of natural products, and these were rollback 11 something. I think I paid $16 or $20 for them here a few months back. So nice rollback. And my husband does get sick, and that's usually once a year with a cold. The only way he can get to bed, get to sleep at night, is to use some NyQuil. So a bottle like this used to be like $2 or $3, and today it is $10. So we hadn't bought that. He was using one from this year's cold, he was using one from 2023. So still worked. And I wouldn't advise using old over-the-counter medications, but it was all we had at the time, and he did a couple doses, and it worked. So Colgate toothpaste, I went and bought the cheapest toothpaste I could find at Walmart. So each of the tubes was $1.26. So we got a 3-value pack. We got 9 tubes. Baby things are supposed to go up. I have a shower to go to this summer. A friend of mine is having a baby, and so we got her. She doesn't watch my videos. This baby blanket was $9.98, and these classic swaddle blankets were $19.98. The theme in the bedroom is elephants, so I thought she liked that with the Ellies on it and the giraffes. So got those 2 things. Like I said, a great many of the things for babies, strollers, cribs, bassinets, clothing, and all the different things that you see in the baby aisle do come out of China. So if things aren't negotiated or straightened out, that kind of stuff is going to get quite expensive or hard to find. Seasonings too, though we don't use anything that is in the international aisle per se. I never can find Italian seasoning. I did today for $1.24. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of turmeric. I only have a little bit here, and this brand is really good. And this was $3.28. So this will be great. And I add that to some of my cooking, some of my stir fries, and my soup. And then the Baltimore Orioles are back, and so I expect any second we'll have our hummingbirds. This jam was $1.68 last year, and it is $2.74 this year. So that's gone up. And why? Concord grape, corn syrup, fructose syrup, corn syrup, pectin, and it's just says distributed by Walmart. So I'm not sure where some of those ingredients come from or why it took the great big jump in price. But we usually buy a dozen, and this year we bought 3. So we're going to have to watch what we're doing. Cut down on the portions and stuff like that, and don't refill the bowl till it's empty, and maybe it'll be a shorter season. I do like feeding the Baltimore Orioles. I still have sugar that I bought last year, though it is a little bit hard, but it's still good. It's still within date. That I bought last year for the hummingbirds, and there wasn't a hummingbird in sight. So let's hope we can get that out there tomorrow and attract some hummingbirds as well. So that is what we bought as far as stock up, and a few things for the first couple of weeks of May. And for everyone that has stuck around till the end of the video or near the end of the video, I have included in the show notes some historical data of Walmart prices for I think the last 2 or 3 years. I also have a link for commodities just to see how things like rice or flour and that have gone up in the last 2 or 3 years. These are some of the sources that I follow to just see what the price increase is all about, how long it possibly may last. I don't have any insight or input into trade deals with other countries or negotiations any more than anyone else does, except for the president and whoever it is that he's talking with. So I have to follow certain links, not only for work, but also for personal. It helps me. It calms my anxiety and that. So I've included those links in case they could be helpful to you. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. If you celebrated Mother's Day, otherwise a wonderful weekend. I appreciate that you stop by my channel every week when videos go out. Thank you. It's appreciated more than you can know. This week I'm working on my garden. It's been kind of a hectic week with all kinds of different things going on, early spring and that, and I'm sure you all have the same thing. So I want to put out a video with the garden. I want to put out part 2 of tonight's video. That will probably go out, I think, tomorrow night. And then I've got some grocery hauls that I want to share and a grocery plan, plus go over the first part of the second quarter budget. So those are the things to look forward to this week and this coming weekend. Until then, take care, be well, and I'll see you again. So this is tonight's meal. We're going to have some scrambled eggs or fried eggs, whichever way I end up doing them. My husband's going to have some sausages. We have some bacon. I'm going to slice some tomatoes, and we're just going to have wraps. So that is Tuesday evening's supper meal. Okay, it's Sunday, Mother's Day, and this is what we're having for supper. So I've got my salad in front of me, surprise, surprise. Got the egg whites. My husband took the egg yolks, and then I've got a dill pickle and some avocado, lettuce, chicken strips, mango, ripened mango, some yellow squash, and some slicer tomato, a beef steak. And this is a Mother's Day cake that we're going to have, all decorated. We got that at a great price at a local grocery store. And then my husband is fixing his salad. He likes 2 layers of it, so he's got the lettuce and the ranch dressing, and then he's eating the rest of the yellow squash. And then a few chicken strips, and then you put lettuce on top of that. Usually he has beets, and that'll be his salad for the night. And we're going to sit down and find something to stream and relax. I hope you all had a wonderful Sunday, wonderful Mother's Day, and there we are. And Monday night's meal is hamburger and fries in a basket. So my husband wanted hamburgers, so hamburgers it is. And I had tomato slices, egg salad, some strawberries, and some grapes. And that was my meal for tonight.